Hello everyone, have you ever wondered how a colorful cherry pattern comes together from start to finish? In today's video, I'll show you how I create this fun and vibrant cherry seamless print pattern on my iPad using Procreate. I'll guide you step by step from sketches and coloring to creating a perfect repeating pattern. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my weekly drawing and design tutorials. Let's start. I already have a rough sketch of the cherry design prepared. First, I create a new layer and select the Alpine brush from basic brush library, and I set the brush size to around 41% and carefully trace over the sketch. I also draw a few leaf motifs to add more variety to the design. Now it's time to add color. First I choose a bright cherry red color and create a new layer to add colors. Then I draw the outline of the cherry and simply drag and drop the color into the space. Then I added two darker red shades to create depth and shading like this. So to give the cherries a glossy look, I add small white highlights as well. Next, I color the stem using a green shade. For the stem, I just fill the color using my pencil. For the leaf, I just select light green shade and first draw the outlines and then simply drag and drop the color to fill them. And then I add a dark green tone on one side of the leaf to create a natural shadow effect. I also add a touch of brown near the top of the stem. I also select the same green tone to other leaf motif and fill it using the pen. I add a new layer and create a dotted pattern, dotted motif on the canvas like this. Also draw a star like this using black color. I also want to make some heart-shaped elements, so I choose lighter pink color to fill the heart and dark pink shade to the outline like this. Once I've done the basic elements, I merge the line art and color layers of the cherry drawing together by pinching them like this. Then I duplicate the cherry motif several times and arrange them across the canvas, balancing the composition as I go. Like I rotate them, I flip them horizontally to make them balance in the canvas. So I repeat the same process with the hearts, stars and dotted elements until the design feels full and visually balanced in the canvas. So then I want to fill the canvas with heart-shaped line drawing, so I create a new layer and choose dark pink shade and I draw some line drawing of hearts throughout the canvas to balance them. I duplicate dotted patterns like I did for the cherry drawing. So I wanted to balance them visually throughout the canvas. Then I duplicate the star shapes and place them to balance the canvas and fill the space. Then I feel like to add another cherry motif in the upper corner, so I duplicate the layer and rotate it slightly to create more variety. And then here's a helpful Procreate tip: if you want to quickly find which layer an object belongs to, go to Actions, Preferences, and then select Gesture Controls, and then Layer Select, and then enable Touch. This allows you to tap directly on a motif and instantly locate its layer. Next, I add some subtle background texture using the whistle brush from Ink Brush library. I create a new layer beneath the motifs and draw a few loose brush strokes across the background like this throughout the canvas. Then I want to give a cream color background to the print pattern, so I select a cream color shade for the background, and then I go to layers and select background layer and simply drag and drop the color to the background. Then I feel like the background color should be a little bit lighter, so I go to the colors and select a lighter cream shade using this panel and then drag it to the canvas like this. To finish the composition, I added few more extra hearts and dotted motifs to fill any empty spaces like this. Once I'm happy with the design, I merge all layers including hearts, dotted patterns, stars and cherries with the background layer into a single layer. So now you can see all layers in one panel now. Now let's prepare the canvas for the repeat pattern. So first go to Action, turn on Drawing Guide, tap Edit Drawing Guide and select Symmetry from the bottom menu and then choose Quadrant from the option menu and tap Done. You can see the canvas is divided into 4 equal sections. Next, activate Snapping and Magnetics from the Section Tool setting. This helps the pattern pieces align perfectly along the edges. Then duplicate the design 4 times, then position each copy carefully like this within the quadrant sections until all 4 pieces align correctly. At this stage, the seamless repeat is complete. If there are any empty areas inside the design, you can still add the extra motifs. Since the edges are already aligned, avoid making changes along the outer edges. Instead, add elements only within the center areas of the pattern. So I kept a duplicate of my original work, which allows me to copy additional hearts and dotted motifs and place them wherever needed, like this. Let's test the seamless pattern. Once everything looks balanced, merge all layers again. Again, I duplicate the completed pattern 4 times and repeat the arrangement process to test the seamless repeat. As you can see, all the motifs connect perfectly, creating a continuous pattern without visible seams. That's it. Finally, turn off the drawing guide and then turn off magnetics and snapping. And that's it. Our colorful cherry seamless pattern is complete now. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and learned something new. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more drawing and design videos. You can also check out my other tutorials for more creative inspiration. See you in next video.